Good morning everyone and welcome to the fantastic Hayfield Lakes. Now I'm sat on Danny's Island Lake today on Peg 22, great area of the lake, to run through some match winning techniques that may come of use to you if you're lucky enough to have brought a ticket for the In the Mix match, Dynamite Baits In the Mix match on the 29th of June. So I just want to run through a few of my key tips on how to catch fish on a variety of methods. Right, first approach, and one of the most important approaches is the short pole. As we all know, Hayfield is a very deep venue. The short pole marries perfectly with deep venues where you can just get into that sensible depth of water. 6.5 foot I'm fishing in at 6 meters out. A little bit further out, it's a bit too deep for anything like that really, fishing on the deck, and this is why the short pole's so good. This is an area that no matter what else you're doing, you can keep in control by feeding it and keep in touch with that particular line, whether it works straight away or later on in the match. On venues like this, it will work, especially on days like today. Overcast wet days or windy days like what we're faced with today are absolutely perfect for catching big weights of carp on the short pole. Now, at Hayfield, there's loads of big carp, so it's a kind of no-nonsense rig. I've got a 4B18 Malman Speedy, 018 main line to an 016 hook length. And down at the bottom here, I've got Shimano Aspire line going all the way down, and I've got number 9 spread. Nice big heavy shot, so it helps me determine the difference between a line bite and a proper indication. And it also keeps my bait static on the bottom and looked naturally presentable to the fish. As I said, 016 hook length to a 14 hook with a 6mm pellet. Nice big hook, nice robust setup, so you're going to land everything that you hook. As well as that, you could be in a situation where the last 10 minutes it might work. You don't want to mess about with the fish, you want to get them in, get back out and make the most of that feeding window when they're in your peg feeding on the bait. On the end as well, I've just got a little pot. Sometimes throwing works, sometimes potting works. Today, potting has definitely worked, simply because it's a nice bright sunny day. And if I'm constantly feeding pellets by hand, making noise, it's bringing fish off the bottom. By potting in, it makes less noise. It's forcing them to follow the bait down and actually feed off the bottom, which deters false indications and line bites. So you've got two feeding principles that are very effective. My honest opinion, 6mm pellets are the best for this particular depth and approach. You can feed 8mm, but I personally prefer to feed 6mm. Just the standard fishery 6mm on a band works absolutely perfect. So that's it, a nice simple approach, an approach that you've always got to keep alive and keep it going, because you never know when it's going to actually work.